most people, when they think about riding the Cape May Lewes Ferry, they think about bright sunshine, the ferry leaving the Lewes terminal, and waving to those left behind on the dock. But this is what those docks are like now. High winds and bitter cold have made the winter of 2014 one to remember.
Winds up to 45, 50 miles an hour. Temperatures in the minus 10, minus 15 degrees with the wind chill. Yeah, brutal.
Everything seems harder. The line used to dock the ferry can freeze when you have high winds blowing water on workers as they do their jobs. Ferry workers and the captain need to know how to use the wind to their advantage.
The wind's blowing from the west right now, so he's coming in dock number 1. If it was blowing from the east, he'd be coming around on that side, so the wind will help push him closer to the dock.
On this day, it was a relatively smooth trip across. But as you get close to Cape May, the first thing you notice is the ice.
When it's frigid and we have some strong northwest or westerly winds, that ice gets packed into the canal and has nowhere to go, and then it starts to get thick. The thickest I've ever seen it in here is probably 12 to 14 inches.
1989, we left Cape May at 6 o'clock at night, and then we left. As we were leaving, we could see the ice building.
That night, the ice froze the canal. 28 people trapped on the ferry for 5 hours because the ship couldn't dock. Not only the navigation of the boat that's impacted, but the cold and ice take a toll on the ferry engines as well.
Our maintenance department right now is stressed to the max. The water pipes will freeze down on the car deck. If there's no water to the vessel various services, then we have to switch out vessels and stop the runs.
The ferry captains will say, as bad as that sounds, fog is worse. But even a bad day at sea in the summer just doesn't seem as bad as a cold day in winter. Nobody wants to sit outside. The Cape Henlopen was our ship this day in our journey, and for good reason.
Is this your normal cold weather ship then?
Yes, it is. When we had her built, we had a reinforced bow put on so that we could go through the ice. And the props were made of Monel, so that it was a combination, bronze Monel. But that was so that they would withstand the ice.
The key to running the ferry on days like this is that business operates as normal. 2 huge tractor trailers filled with clamshells came on board, headed back to Shelby Trucking in Selbyville. Leave it to trucker Dan Banks to put it all in perspective.
And what's it like taking the ferry in cold weather like this?
I love it. I love water, I love boats, and I said, I'm coming across there, you know. And it gives you a little break from driving, sit back and relax.